But the people that you used to work for in the United States Senate, they also know that. And yet, what you're seeing is senators capitulating in advance and essentially saying, yes, sir, we will take the knee to, sir, whatever you want, sir, including this bizarre cabinet.Net. It's like a Star Wars bar cabinet.
Well, so not
and
yet.
They're just conceding.
So they haven't done it yet. It's so interesting to watch. Here's the way to watch this confirmation process. There's only one thing you care about, and it apparently is very hard to teach this to the political press. You care about Senate vote counts, the number, okay? So Pete Hegseth does not have 51 votes as of tonight. And this may come as a surprise to readers of the New York Times. He also does not have Joni Ernst's vote, even though the New York Times did a massive story today about how Donald Trump has resuscitated the Pete Hegseth nomination, and they didn't identify a single senator who has become a yes vote to create a majority vote. And when you get down to the final sentence of the article, you discover, oh, wait, they put it in very blurred language. Maybe Joni Ernst hasn't made up her mind yet. And she hasn't. And so when a senator comes out and says, as she did, I support the process, she supports the confirmation process, the New York Times treats that as a change of position for Joni Ernst. Here's how you change your position. You say, yes, I'm voting yes. Watch Lindsey Graham. He brings every one of them into his office and dances with them and says how he's going to vote. That's a yes. Okay, Lindsey Graham's what a yes looks like. Mitch McConnell has not said yes. Susan Collins has not said yes. They're not even close to 50 yeses.
But here's the thing. I think the reason that I personally believe they're going to put them all through is you talked about Mitch McConnell. Here's the level of courage, okay, of Mitch McConnell, somebody who could not bring himself to vote to impeach someone that he himself believes was guilty because he keeps giving interviews that let you know what he thinks of him. This is what he said to the Financial Times, literally within the last few days. We're in a very, very dangerous world right now. Reminiscent of before World War II, says McConnell. Even the slogan is the same, America First. Well, that was what they said in the 1930s. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. McConnell, who's done literally nothing to stop us from going back to the 30s and who has literally whipped votes to save Trump from himself when he couldn't have done the opposite. That is the level of courage we're expecting against Pete Hegseth. I wouldn't count on it.
I wouldn't count on it. However, it could be that in the final 2 years, and we're entering the final 2 years of Mitch McConnell's career in the Senate, he's not in the leadership anymore. He's just a senator.
And a lame duck.
Kentucky senator voting on everything. There's a possibility that Mitch McConnell, becomes the new Mitt Romney. It is entirely possible that Mitch McConnell will vote against Pete Hegseth and will vote against a bunch of
Kash
these.
Patel.
Absolutely. It is entirely possible. Tulsi Gabbard. That is very, there's no question that the Mitch McConnell prior to Donald Trump in our politics would have voted against every one of these people.
Of course.
Absolutely.
So would have Lindsey Graham.
Even if proposed by former President Bush. No question about it. And so we're going to find out. He says, McConnell says he feels liberated. We're going to find out on the first confirmation vote how liberated Mitch McConnell is, and everyone's going to be watching, and I have high hopes. I am going to maintain high hopes until those hopes are formally crushed with an actual vote on the Senate floor.
I appreciate it because, look, my name is Joy, but you're the one who actually brings the joy, Lawrence. You're the one who brings the joy. You're also bringing joy to people in Malawi, and I do want to make sure that we have time for this and have good time for it. You've been doing this kind of, is it 14 years?
It is.
I cannot believe it's been 14 years.
Yeah.
I have been watching you do it from the very beginning when you first launched it. It's so important that the Global South be paid attention to. We're starting to do it, but you've been paying attention to the need of children to have desks. Explain for the two people who don't know what the Kind Fund is.
Well, this is something I started at the very beginning of my show. We call it the Kind Fund, Kids in Need of Desks. I went to Malawi and discovered the situation in schools there, and I came back here thinking, how can we get desks into these schools where the kids have never seen desks? And so I talked about it on my show one night 14 years ago, and I had set up a fund with UNICEF just in case the audience wanted to contribute. UNICEF was ready to process it for us, and UNICEF works as our infrastructure on the ground in Malawi. They're absolutely fabulous. And, overnight, Joy, that first night, contributions just poured in because it's such a clear concept. It's just a question of getting kids to a desk in a classroom. We then expanded it to include scholarships for girls to attend high school
Yeah.
in Malawi, because as in many places in the world, but certainly in many African countries, public elementary school is free, but public high school is not. It's kind of like college here, where college is not free here. And so public high school is not. And, even, in some cases, $70, $80 for tuition for a year of high school is way too much for a family to pay. And then some of the boarding schools that we send girls to are a few $100s.
Yeah.
And that's way out of the cost possibilities for most families. And so we help out with that, too.
I have a clip. Let's play a clip really quick. Take a look.
I started receiving kind fund scholarship in 2021 when I was in Form 3 first term. The kind fund scholarship was so important to me because it provided me with many basic needs, such as school bags, school uniforms, school shoes, and exercise books. And also the kind fund scholarship paid my school fees.
Especially for girls in parts of the world, educating them changes the entire economy. It makes life possible for the whole country, right?
Yeah.
To emerge from poverty.
And we have girls in college now who, because we've been doing it long enough. So some girls in college, there's a girl in medical school right now. Last time I was there, we gathered, a bunch of us gathered. There was about 25 of the girls.
Yeah.
And I met a lot of these kids when they were in 6th grade, when they were halfway through high school. And you're just seeing lives changed. It really works.
It has become part of Jason and I and our family's annual giving.